If your puppy sleeps next to you, it can feel like the sweetest thing in the world, but it can also make you wonder if it means something deeper. Because your puppy could sleep anywhere. The cool side of the floor. A quiet corner. Under the chair. Yet night after night, your puppy chooses you. And if you've ever woken up to tiny paws pressed against your side, or a warm little body curled behind your knees, you've probably felt it, that mix of love and confusion. Like your puppy is trying to say something, but you don't speak the same language. And what most people don't realize is, the place your puppy sleeps is rarely random. It's a message. Sometimes it's a love letter. Sometimes it's a question. And sometimes, it's a quiet warning you shouldn't ignore. At first, it looks simple. Your puppy is tired, you're safe, end of story. But that's not the most surprising part, because sleeping next to you isn't just about comfort. It's about attachment, trust, instinct, and the way your puppy's brain is learning who family is. When your puppy is new to your home, their world is basically a giant mystery. New smells, new sounds, new rules, new humans. Even the silence at night can feel loud. During the day, your puppy has distractions. Toys, food, your voice, sunlight. But at night, everything slows down. And in that quiet, your puppy's mind starts searching for one thing, a signal that they're not alone. In nature, young animals rarely sleep alone. Puppies are built to sleep in groups, pressed against warm bodies, listening to steady breathing. That closeness isn't just cute. It's survival. It regulates body temperature. It lowers stress. It helps them feel protected. So when your puppy sleeps next to you, your puppy may be doing something ancient and automatic, recreating the safety of a litter. And this is where things get interesting, because your puppy isn't just looking for warmth. Your puppy is choosing a safe anchor. In dog psychology, safety isn't only a place, it's a being. A heartbeat. A familiar scent. A predictable presence. When your puppy chooses you at night, your puppy is often saying, "You are my safe anchor now." But don't rush past that too quickly. Because there's a big difference between a puppy who sleeps near you out of trust, and a puppy who sleeps near you out of anxiety. They can look exactly the same from the outside. A curled body. Closed eyes. A peaceful little sigh. But inside, the story can be totally different. And if you understand the difference, you can change your puppy's confidence for life. Think about how your puppy settles. Does your puppy fall asleep easily, like their whole body melts? Or does your puppy keep shifting, sitting up, scanning the room, jumping at small sounds? Some puppies sleep close because they're bonding. Other puppies sleep close because they don't yet believe the world is safe without you. And the hidden meaning is in the details. One of the first signs is where your puppy puts their body. If your puppy sleeps pressed against your back, your legs, or your chest, it often means your puppy is seeking contact comfort. That's not weakness. That's biology. Touch releases calming chemicals in the brain, and for a young dog, physical closeness can lower stress faster than anything else. What most people don't realize is, your puppy is also learning your rhythms. Your breathing pattern. Your movements. Even the way you shift in bed. Over time, that becomes a predictable night map your puppy can trust. You are teaching your puppy how to relax without realizing it. And then there's the puppies who sleep at your feet. People often assume that means your puppy is being independent. But that's not always it. Sleeping at your feet can be a quiet compromise. Your puppy wants to be close enough to feel connected, but not so close that every movement wakes them. It can also be a soft protective instinct waking up early. Dogs are social sleepers, but they also naturally position themselves where they can monitor. Your puppy might be saying, "I'm with you, and I'm watching the world for you." Even if your puppy is tiny, that instinct is already there. Now here's a detail that can feel a little mysterious. If your puppy sleeps above your head, near your pillow, or tries to tuck their face close to yours, that often isn't just affection. It can be scent bonding. Your face carries strong identity cues, your breath, your skin oils, your hair. That's why your puppy might sniff your mouth or nuzzle your cheek right before falling asleep. It's not being weird. It's imprinting. Your puppy is basically collecting you, storing you in their brain like a favorite song. And the part nobody tells you is, this can deepen attachment faster than almost anything else, because your puppy's sense of smell is tied directly to emotion and memory. But that's not the most surprising part, because sometimes your puppy sleeps next to you for a reason you wouldn't expect at all. Sometimes your puppy is tracking your emotional state. Dogs are extremely sensitive to small changes in breathing, muscle tension, and scent. If you've had a stressful day, your puppy may not understand the story of your stress, but they can feel the weather of it. Your puppy might move closer, press in, and stay there. And when you finally calm down, they relax too. This is one of the quietest forms of trust, your puppy choosing closeness not just for themselves, but for you. And this is where things get interesting, because the same behavior can also be a subtle question. Are we okay? Some puppies sleep close because they're still learning the rules of the relationship. If your puppy got corrected that day, or had a scary experience, bedtime becomes their reset button. Sleeping next to you is your puppy's way of checking if connection is still there. It's like they're saying, I don't want to be alone with that feeling. That's why some puppies become extra cuddly at night after a chaotic day. It's not manipulation. It's repair. Now let's talk about the thing most people feel but don't say out loud. When your puppy sleeps next to you, it can make you feel chosen, needed, loved. And you are not imagining that. Dogs form real attachments, and your puppy's attachment system is developing right now. In puppy behavior, closeness at rest often predicts closeness in life. If your puppy feels safe enough to truly sleep near you, that's a major trust milestone. Sleep is vulnerability. Your puppy can't watch everything while sleeping. They can't run as fast while drowsy. So if your puppy sleeps next to you, your puppy is often saying, I believe you won't let anything happen to me. But there's another layer. Sometimes, your puppy sleeps close because your puppy is learning that you control resources. Food, walks, fun, comfort, safety. That doesn't mean your puppy only loves you for what you provide. It means you are becoming a central figure in their world. In dog psychology, proximity is a way animals maintain access to what matters most. And when your puppy is small, you're the biggest, safest resource in the room. Still, I want you to notice something that can change the whole meaning. Does your puppy choose you even when they have other cozy options? If you set up a soft bed nearby, a warm blanket, maybe even a crate with the door open, and your puppy still crawls to you, that's a strong sign of emotional attachment. But if your puppy only sleeps next to you when the room is cold, or when there are loud noises, or when you leave them alone earlier, then your puppy may be seeking comfort for a specific stressor. Same behavior, different cause. Now let's build a loop that most owners never connect until it's too late. If your puppy sleeps next to you every night, and then one night suddenly doesn't, people assume the puppy is growing up or being independent. Sometimes that's true. But sometimes it means something else is changing. Pain, discomfort, overheating, digestive issues, or even a new fear can cause a puppy to change sleep location. If your puppy is usually glued to you and suddenly sleeps far away, pay attention. Not panic. Just attention. Watch for stiffness, itching, new accidents, restlessness, or a change in appetite. Dogs don't always cry out when something is wrong. They move away. And that's one of the quietest signals your puppy can give. But that's not the most surprising part, because the opposite can also happen. A puppy who suddenly becomes extra clingy at night might be telling you something too. Teething pain. A growth spurt. A stomach that feels off. Even a new sound outside that you didn't notice. Puppies can become Velcro when they don't feel right. And because you are their safe anchor, your puppy may try to borrow your calm like it's a blanket. Now imagine this, it's late, the lights are off, and your puppy is curled against you. You're half asleep, and your puppy does that little sigh. The deep one. The one that sounds like they finally let go. That sigh can be one of the biggest green flags in dog behavior. It often means your puppy has shifted from alertness into real relaxation. Your puppy's nervous system is turning off the watch for danger mode. That's trust in its purest form. And you didn't even have to teach it with words. You taught it by being consistent. And then there's the way your puppy positions their back. Some puppies sleep with their back against you. This isn't just cuddling. It can be a sign your puppy trusts you enough to turn away. In animal body language, turning your back is vulnerability. Your puppy is basically saying, "I don't need to face you to feel safe with you." On the other hand, if your puppy sleeps facing the door, that can be a tiny protective pattern showing up. If your puppy sleeps facing you, watching you, that can mean your puppy is still monitoring your movement to feel secure. Again, same closeness, different emotional message. Now let's talk about something that can feel awkward but is actually really important. If your puppy sleeps next to you and growls when someone else gets close, or guards the bed, that's not cute jealousy. That's your puppy confusing comfort with control. It happens when a puppy learns that closeness equals ownership. And what most people don't realize is, you can still keep the bond without teaching guarding. The fix is gentle and clear boundaries, teaching your puppy that good things happen when humans move around, that sharing space is safe, and that your puppy doesn't have to protect you to keep you. The goal isn't to push your puppy away emotionally. The goal is to make sure your puppy feels secure even when you're not pressed together. Because here's the emotional truth. Your puppy sleeping next to you is a beautiful sign, but it's also a responsibility. You are shaping what safety means. If your puppy only feels safe when touching you, then your puppy will struggle when you're gone. But if your puppy learns, "I can relax near you and also relax alone," then you build confidence. The best kind of attachment isn't desperate. It's steady. So how do you tell which one you're building? Watch bedtime like it's a conversation. If your puppy can fall asleep next to you and also settle in their own space sometimes, that's balance. If your puppy panics when separated, cries intensely, scratches, or can't calm down without contact, that's not your puppy being dramatic. That's a nervous system asking for help. And this is where things get interesting, because you can support that nervous system in simple ways. A predictable routine. A calming sleep space. A scent item that smells like you. Slow, gentle practice with short separations. Your puppy doesn't need to be forced into independence. Your puppy needs to be guided into it. Now, let's pull back for a second and look at the bigger picture. Your puppy is not just sleeping beside you. Your puppy is learning who you are in their world. In the beginning, you are a giant, warm mystery that feeds them. Then you become the person who understands their needs. The one who notices when they are scared. The one who protects them from things they don't understand, like the vacuum, the thunder, the weird shadow in the hallway. And over time, your puppy's brain begins to file you under one powerful category: home. And that explains something really touching. Sometimes your puppy won't even fully fall asleep until you lie down. They'll doze, but their ears flick at every sound. They'll pretend they're relaxed, but they're waiting. Then the moment you settle into bed, they finally curl up and drop. That's not stubbornness. That's coordination. Social sleepers sync. Your puppy may be syncing their rest with your presence because it feels safer to sleep when the group is together. In the wild, sleeping out of sync can be dangerous. So your puppy waits for the signal: "You're here, we're together, it's safe to let go." But that's not the most surprising part, because this is also how puppies learn trust in the daytime. The puppy who sleeps peacefully beside you at night often becomes the puppy who checks in with you on walks, who looks back to find you, who recovers faster after a scare. Sleep closeness can strengthen the bond that becomes confidence later. It's like your puppy is building an emotional battery each night, charging up on safety. Now, mid-story, I want to raise the intensity, because there's a hidden meaning that can change the way you see your puppy forever. Sometimes your puppy sleeps next to you because your puppy is reading you in a way you don't even notice. There are owners who swear their dog knew they were pregnant before the test did, or knew they were sick, or knew they were about to have a panic attack. While we shouldn't jump to dramatic conclusions, dog psychology does suggest something real. Dogs notice small biological changes. Changes in scent, hormones, stress chemicals, micro-movements. If your puppy becomes unusually attached at night, unusually protective, unusually focused on your chest or belly, or stays close in a way that feels different than normal, it may be worth checking in with yourself. Are you sleeping differently? Breathing differently? Feeling off? Your puppy can't explain it. but your puppy can respond to it. And this is where things get interesting, because your puppy sleeping next to you might not only be about what your puppy needs. It might be about what your puppy senses. Dogs are social, and social animals often move toward the member of the group who feels different, because togetherness is how groups survive. It's one of the most tender instincts in nature, closeness in response to vulnerability. Now let's bring it back to the everyday moments that make this so personal. Your puppy sprawled out like they own the bed. Your puppy twitching in dreams. Your puppy's paw reaching out and touching you, like they need to confirm you're still there. That paw touch is one of my favorite little behaviors because it often happens in light sleep, when the brain is switching stages. It can be a self-soothing check-in. A tiny reassurance, my safe anchor is still here. And if you've ever felt your puppy press closer right as you exhale, it may be because your puppy is syncing to your breathing like a lullaby. But there's also a moment many owners miss. If your puppy always chooses to sleep between you and the door, or between you and another person, it can be a sign of early guarding or early protective positioning. Sometimes it's harmless. Sometimes it grows into tension. The difference is your puppy's body. Soft body, loose face, relaxed tail, easy breathing usually means comfort. Stiff body, hard stare, frozen posture, low rumble means your puppy feels like they have a job. And a puppy who feels like they have to do a job to keep you safe is a puppy who isn't fully resting, even if they're lying down. The goal is to teach your puppy that you've got it handled. Your puppy's job is to be a puppy. Now, let's close a loop from the beginning. You came here because you wanted the truth. So here it is, in the simplest form. If your puppy sleeps next to you, it usually means your puppy feels safest when you're close. That can be love. That can be trust. That can be attachment. It can also be a little uncertainty your puppy is still working through. And the most beautiful part is that you get to shape what it becomes. You can turn it into a bond that makes your puppy confident, secure, and calm. Or, without realizing it, you can turn it into a bond that feels like panic when you're gone. So if you want to protect that bond, start treating bedtime like emotional training, not just a routine. Make your puppy's sleep space calm. Keep nights predictable. If your puppy sleeps next to you, let it be safe and peaceful, not chaotic and overexciting. If you don't want your puppy in the bed forever, you don't have to break their heart. You can slowly move their bed closer to yours, reward calm settling, and teach your puppy that distance doesn't mean disconnection. Because your puppy isn't chasing the bed. Your puppy is chasing the feeling. And if your puppy does sleep right beside you tonight, just pause for a second and notice what a big deal that is. In your puppy's mind, sleep is the moment they stop controlling the world and finally let the world hold them. And they chose you to hold them. That's love in a quiet form. That's trust without words. That's your puppy saying, I belong here. If this helped you understand your puppy in a deeper way, tap like so more people can find it. Subscribe for more dog psychology stories. And tell me in the comments where your puppy sleeps every night and if they have any weird little bedtime habits. I read those. And your puppy's pattern might explain more than you think.